It was a chilly morning in Detroit, Michigan. The rain from the night before had left the streets slick, and the faint smell of wet asphalt mixed with exhaust fumes hung in the air. Jake Thompson, a 28-year-old mechanic, wiped the grease off his hands and leaned against his small, worn-out garage door. His shop wasn't fancy, just a few rusted tools, a battered workbench and shelves stacked with old car parts, but it had been his dream since childhood. Despite the long hours and low income, he loved the work and the quiet satisfaction of fixing things with his own hands. As Jake prepared to leave, he noticed a young woman struggling to walk across the parking lot. Her face was pale, and her expression revealed discomfort and frustration. She appeared to be in her late 20s, wearing a simple green coat, jeans, and white sneakers that were now soaked from the rain. Her left leg seemed injured, and she was hobbling toward her car, leaning heavily on a crumpled umbrella. The sight made Jake's heart tighten. He knew that in situations like this, every second of help mattered. "Hey, are you okay?" he called out, hurrying toward her. She looked up, startled, and tried to smile despite the obvious pain. I think I twisted my leg," she said softly. "I'm not sure if I can even get home like this." Jake's eyes immediately scanned the area. There were no nearby taxis, and the cold, wet pavement made the situation worse. "Come with me," he said gently, guiding her toward his garage. "I'll help you." "Don't worry about money or anything else." Her eyes widened in surprise at his offer. "You'd really do that for free?" she asked, incredulous. Jake shrugged, trying to keep it casual, though inside he felt a quiet determination. "Sometimes people just need a hand," he said. "That's it." "No big deal." He helped her inside and quickly assessed her injury. Using clean rags, antiseptic he had on hand, and a temporary splint fashioned from some spare materials, he carefully treated her leg. She winced now and then, but her relief was evident. By the time he was done, she could put weight on her leg with some support. "Thank you." "I don't know what to say," she murmured, a mixture of gratitude and disbelief on her face. Jake brushed his hands off on his rag and offered a small smile. "Just take care of yourself," he said. "That's all the thanks I need." She nodded, leaning lightly on him for support as she made her way to her car. As she disappeared down the street, Jake returned to his garage, unaware that this simple act of kindness, done without expecting anything in return, would set the stage for something that could change his life forever. 1 month later, Jake Thompson was in the middle of a busy morning at his small garage. Cars lined up outside, some needing routine repairs, others arriving with emergency problems. Jake wiped the grease from his hands and adjusted his cap as he listened to the faint hum of traffic outside. Suddenly, a sleek black car pulled up in front of his shop. Its polished surface reflected the sunlight that had finally broken through the clouds. Jake squinted and noticed a familiar figure stepping out, a young woman, confident and composed, walking toward him with a determined smile. It was the same woman he had helped weeks earlier. Her green coat had been replaced by a tailored beige trench, her jeans swapped for elegant slacks, and her sneakers replaced with stylish boots. Her hair was neatly styled, framing her face perfectly, and her eyes carried the calm assurance of someone who had overcome challenges. "Jake Thompson?" she asked, her voice warm but confident. Jake froze for a moment, the memory of that rainy morning flashing vividly in his mind. "That's me," he said cautiously. "Do I know you?" She laughed softly, shaking her head. "You might not recognize me at first, but I am the woman whose leg you helped a few weeks ago," she said. Her tone was friendly, but there was a seriousness in her eyes. "I haven't forgotten what you did for me." Jake felt a rush of embarrassment and modesty. "Oh, that. I was just doing what anyone would do," he said, glancing down at his hands. The memory of helping her, of seeing her relief, returned as vividly as that rainy morning. She reached into her handbag and pulled out a thick envelope. "Inside is a check and an opportunity," she explained. Jake hesitated, unsure if he could accept such generosity. But curiosity and cautious excitement got the better of him. Carefully, he opened the envelope and pulled out the check, $50,000. His heart skipped a beat. I can't accept this," he stammered, overwhelmed. She smiled warmly, shaking her head. "Please, you've earned it. And I want you to be part of a new project I'm launching to help small business owners like you grow and succeed." Jake's mind raced. His small garage, which had barely managed to stay afloat, could now expand. He could hire skilled workers, buy better tools, and serve more people in his community. Tears welled up in his eyes as he realized the power of his simple act of kindness. She reached out and touched his arm gently. "Sometimes helping others doesn't just change their life, it changes yours too," she said. Jake looked around his garage, imagining the possibilities, and understood that this moment was proof that generosity and compassion had a power far beyond money or recognition.